were responsible for the one of the tallest, very highest residential tower, which is then completely enveloped by the glass facade, Altamont. So you are in charge for the execution as well as the design part, right? Design and execution part. What challenges which you faced with respect to the thing which I have asked for Sanjay?
Good afternoon, everyone. And so thank you very much for bringing a very unique topic, which I am very frequent in this type of interactions and seminars and conferences. First time somebody has touched upon the fire safety during the construction. This is the beginning, and we committed to take it further to our sites and to the industry as well. Thank you very much, sir, for bringing this sensitive topic. Coming out to for the construction sites like Altamont and for the design perspective also. Design perspective, Sanjay sir has already elaborated and explained how the World 1, World Crest, World View and Altamont is designed. But during the construction when facade is going on, because we have to complete the building and we cannot stop the activities. Facade is going on, and inside when the finishing work is started, when your structure is going on, so there is less chance of fire and it is a comfortable situation because the facade is open and air circulation is there, and VOCs, paints and other combustible material is not there. What we have done in Altamont, because at Lodha, whatever the high rises we had started, and those are the iconic projects. So we have the safety policy in place, and for those safety policies we used to stagger the activities. If some paint activity or some paint storage is there, so then we have to be careful giving the work permit, hot permit to the vendors for the welding works and this. So this is the one mitigation we can do. I will take an example like sustainability is not starving yourself. If you are doing green building, it doesn't mean you don't take bath, you don't use anything, but you have to use it smartly and effectively. Those days, because Altamont is around 7-8 years back, and in this 7-8 years, OEMs like Honeywell and other OEMs, they had developed thermal cameras and so many things. So those new technologies we can adopt. And now coming back to the implementation during the construction, because design is a very controlled process. When we are designing, we have architect, he is always having the soft copy, hard copy, all copies in his mind, in his text. पूरी टीम के पास भी इनके सब कुछ रहता है, हर टाइम मतलब एनपीसी से सब डिजाइन कर देंगे. तो डिजाइन टू कंट्रोल द डिजाइन, टू मेक द compliances on the drawing board and to issue the GFC, that is not a very big challenge. And the NBC code 2016 is improved a lot, because in 2005 NBC there is a clause to close only the electrical shaft for the passive fire protection, but in 2016 NBC there is a clause all internal shafts needs to be closed. Earlier people were telling it is a, sir, stop me when I am taking that, because I don't whenever people are telling no only electrical shaft you close, why to close the other shaft, it is not mandatory. But most of the deaths are not from the direct fire, it is from the smoke. We have to prevent that smoke. And coming back to the main point which I am leading, is the very good thing, and it is a stepping stone to the industry, because the pupil, 1,000 pupil, 1,500 pupil who are working at high rise, because in Mumbai the boom is there, all redevelopments are taking place, and apart from the airport area, everywhere you are having 40 story, 50 story. 3 days before I receive a project which was only 140 meters. Then some lighting work has happened, now it is 200 meters. So it is, in 3 days 60 stories are just increasing the 60 meters. So for that, we have to have a mitigation plan, and like in design, we have a controlled design, while for the construction logistics also, not only the project team, the design team should also be involved, and they should also outline how the activities will be performed and where the stores will be there, and the use of the full technology to protect the loss of the property, and of course most important is human life during this.
Aditya,
construction phase.
Aditya, you are an architect. So while designing a building at any stage, you look for, from the construction point, what kind of the precautions to be taken care from a